All right, I finally got to the Foot Locker um, that my brother sent down. We're gonna do some do a quick look at what he's got in there. It will be selling off. I'm gonna. I know there's one thing he asked me to hold off on, and I'm seeing a couple other things right now that I might need to hold back on and ask him about. But we'll start off with this. This is an M17A1 United States Army gas mask, and this is as complete as you're gonna find them for this age of mask. The later ones, like I was issued, had the gas hood attached already. So this is before they started to issue those and attach them. This has some smoked colored lenses. You hardly find those. The only other one that you're going to find these in is the ones that I was issued that I got to bring back. And I still have my glasses attachment that goes inside the lenses so I could see without my regular glasses. There's a smaller pair that connect to the inside of these. These are smoked lenses, lightly smoked just to get a little bit of the glare off of you. But that's an A1, M17A1. It's also got the canteen lid, and you can see that little flap. I don't want to take it out of the plastic, but it's canteen lid. It's got a little hard flap on the front on the top that'll seal off a little O-ring and something sticking out there. But you could take a look at the front of this. Now you see that hose, that tube going into the front of the mask with that lever, and that fits inside of that lid for your canteen so that while you're in mop level 1 or higher, I believe it was 1 or higher, it's been a long time, that you are still able to get water. That little lever there opens and closes the valve to bring water into you. What it does, we'll look on the inside here. You can see, I don't want to stretch this out too much because this was issued, but it was gently used. See down there that little white spout there? That will pop out. You flip that lever, it'll pop out. You just stick your mouth on it, drink some water, let go of that lever in front, it'll pop back down. But the seals on this are still nice. I checked these out. This is I believe it's small, size small. But the seals around the lenses are still tight. That is for exhaling. That everything inside that is proper. The only thing that you would need to use this against anything, even COVID, you can pour one of these into a store, but you would need new filters. The ones in these are training filters. That just you take them out and put them in as you have training exercises. These were left in, but they're not going to hurt you. There's no asbestos or anything in there that I know about. But like you get in the older canisters, but they go on the inside, not the outside. That's just a nice little place for ventilation. That's filtered as you breathe in. It'll bring it through that little reservoirs there. I have 2 of them, but you can't just open those up and leave them forever either. You have to change out the filters quite a bit because I believe there was a 30-day to 60-day shelf life on those. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been through NBC training with the Army. So, case is in really good shape. You can see that. It's even got the waterproof bag right here for it. A lot of that stuff, see, it's normally gone. Because when these get used, you take out stuff that you're not going to really need. And I never had, for the time I was in the military, never had an occasion to use a gas mask for any reason except for training. And I know, that was a long time ago. It's nothing to do with now. I know things have changed quite a bit in all the years. We have some World War II period bandoliers for an M1 Garand. Those are pretty cool. Those, I don't know if he wants to sell those or not. Got a piece of strapping here. Like I said, nothing that's getting really go, ooh, I want it. But it's still nice stuff. It's all vintage, good stuff. We have a canteen cover here. We have a canteen cover in the back that looks to be late 50s, early 60s, no earlier than the 70s. But this yellow square with a green number 3 means that it could have been used by fire personnel in the U.S. Forest Service. So, that doesn't really take away. I like them even when they're marked up for other type of government use afterwards. We'll set that down. We've got this that he asked me to wait on. But this is a carrying case for an M1 carbine. This is World War II period. I believe these were, well, most of them were paratrooper used. You can sling them over your side, kind of like the M1. I have one in my room that fit on your belt and you'd strap it to your leg. That they weren't used as often as a lot of people think, because it could possibly break your leg when you landed. Jake, you want to take that top lid off for me? You just set it over there. Now the bottom part's where it gets nice and interesting. We have lost my charging wire. We have a lot of canteens down here. Looks like a pistol belt. This would be this is modern. What I mean modern is it's not World War II because of the plastic canteen. And that canteen cover is, let me see, 1960. That's an earlier issue Vietnam. So let's see what the canteen is. Say a 1976 canteen. So early issue Vietnam cover with a post-Vietnam canteen. You can find yourself a nice 1960s canteen. They would probably be plastic like this. There were some metal ones with the canteen cup, and that's really cool. See, when you buy canteens and you collect canteens, you're going to find mismatched items altogether. It was as issued. When I was in the Army, I had some Vietnam period items, and on occasion I'd get World War II stuff. But I would always go to a surplus store and buy the new replacements and send my surplus from World War II back home. But and when I turned in my equipment, everything was accounted for. And what wasn't accounted for to satisfaction, I paid for. So here we go into another canteen and cover. That is a very old Army surplus marking. It was either 15 cents or 150. Very nice. It's faded a little bit, but very nice U.S. markings. And if you look at this, 1943. Yeah, this is some early stuff right here. 1943 cover. Oops, sorry. Canteen. I'll look at the canteen next, but it's got the felt covering inside. Got the nice snap pulls. Those are solid. Usually when they get this old, they start to separate and they'll come off. And let's check out this canteen. Looks about period. It's been there, done that. Look at the thing on there. No canteen cup, but Volrath 1943. So we have some of the same year, 43. So a 1943 canteen and cover. And all you would need for that is a 1943 Volrath canteen cup. And he'd be set. But you'd also be set if you had these two items right here too, because matching 43, 43 cover, 43 canteen with that nice, I believe it's Bakelite lid. Jack chain on there hasn't been messed with. This hasn't been messed with the exception of missing the canteen cup, which they're always missing. You're very fortunate if you can find them with the canteen cup in it. And this one here says someone's initials, GL. Now that can be military, or it could be post-war. That's like a little bit of a, I don't know if that's a D-mill mark, but it kind of looks like improper storage with other items that are metal that'll rest on it. Or it could be blood. We don't know. But let's see if we can find a marking on the back. It's kind of worn. No visible markings on the back. We'll check the flaps here. And I know some don't like it when I have shaky videos, but hey, I'm filming with one hand and it's a two-handed item here. So, I'm going to say, this is any World War II period right here, the cover, because of the way that looks. Nice looking canteen. The canteen's been used. Vollrath, 1945. Vollrath was a popular maker. There were plenty of makers, but it was a common maker. Vollrath, let's look at this one. This one looks a slight bit older. My dogs are barking outside because it's dark and they want to come in. Nice. Here we go. 19. It appears to be 43. And I'm sorry, but I can't make out something in company. Quorum Saint. I don't know. I'll have to look up that company to pronounce it correctly and all that. I don't want to give misinformation because these are items that he's wanting to sell. And, you could find mint items, and I like those, but I prefer the ones that are like this, that that they've been through a war or two, because, they would have used these in Korea because there would have been a recent surplus of them. There's no reason to throw them away. Now the canteen in this one, we got another Vollrath, 1943. So here's another matching cover with a canteen. The lid, I know it's got the cork in it still. The jack chain has not been messed with on there. So that's a nice one. These are good. These are all going to be on my eBay channel. And I know that he had a black enamel one that he held back. He wasn't ready to sell that one yet. And honestly, I don't blame him at all because they're harder to find. And when you find them, they are expensive, let me tell you. Okay, so let's go to the back of this one. This is going to be about the same. 43 through 45, possibly. It's got this one little part right here. The chain's good on it. The lid's still good on it. No canteen cup. No. U.S. SMCO. This is 1944. Canteen. It's got its, and I think it's got that, I can't remember, my brother knows more about these than I do, but there's a phosphate type of lining that was on these, or a coating that was on these, that was discontinued in 1 year. I have a mess kit with it on there, and he's the one that told me about it. I wasn't going to use the mess kit, but it wasn't good to use because of the chemicals used to coat it. Now we just got some covers. This looks a little softer. This one might be. Ooh. See, with these, what I'm going to have to do before I sell them is, since they're so faint, 1940. If that's 1942, I'm going to buy it. I have to take a picture of these. You take a picture of them with a flash, or sometimes I can do it with UV light shining. But there's a nice cover. It's got some wear to it, but again, like I said, I like covers with the wear on them. Another cover, which looks like in better shape. I think that says 1944, 45. Looks like a 5, 1945. It's got someone's initials on there. MF, MF. Hopefully it's someone's initials and not some type of World War II vulgarities. Another cover. Let's see here. Mostly covers here. Let's go straight for the back. Yeah, that's another one that's faded. So I'm going to look at these. These are 42, 43, 44 covers, which, they're getting harder to find. Boy, this one has seen some action right here. U.S. I'll snap it. Let me see if anything on there. No, of course it's going to make it harder for me to look it up. But these are still cool. That one right there is a really nice one. Even if you're like a reenactor or something and you want that combat look, the only way you're going to get it is if you use an original one and just careful with it. Because you'll mess up. I wouldn't mess up intentionally an original clean cover just to do that. And that's another cover. I'm going to have to look up the age. Got a bunch of covers, and I might have some canteens to fit this and to go with them. IGF. That's someone's initials. And that was 1945. Good end of the war invasion type of... see, here's another good one. 1943. And that's just some... Yeah, it came off. That's good, 1943 cover. That is nice. And if I could find a canteen cup and stuff, I'll put it in with it and sell it for them and get some extra cash. I don't know if I have any. The 76 post-war. This is like what I got issued. They're not mine. I have mine still. Really nice. And these are ones that you could take out and you could still use. It's got the Molly clips on the back, so it's Molly gear. Cover water canteen. And that DSA number is the contract number, and you see the 76. It has DSA 100-76-C-0643. And that's another number down at the bottom. I'm sorry, my phone. But 76 was the year manufactured. Last one before that pistol belt down there. And this one's good. 1969. So I've been closer to the end of the war. Vietnam, not World War II. It didn't go to 1969. But that's cool. And if you're into Vietnam reenacting or collecting for displays, those are good. We have this nice pistol belt right here. And this is, I don't know if it's going to be, it's got a nice U.S. mark on the front. You can see this. This guy's been used. He's been through a war himself. And then some. Let's see. 1943. Now that is a nice pistol belt, even though it's got some slight... Where'd it go? Even though it's got some slight damage. Let me lay that down here. Let me see it better. 1943. I'm going to see if I can buy that or trade them for something. Because I like the early buckle. But, still ask. If someone wants to, pay current value for these things, I'll look online, get some comps for them. And Got to remember, they're not making this 1943 Militaria any longer. And unfortunately, the veterans who used it are passing away every day if they're not already almost all gone. Kind of sad when you think about it. But, really nice items that you're going to come across. And, of course, if you go look at flea markets, you get out there and work your tail off like we did to find all this stuff. Sure, you could find it cheaper than what we're going to sell it for. And that's fun when you do that. You go out and make memories doing things like that. But when you have had someone who's already done that work for you, and you just want something without going out and trying to find it and fight other people for it like we had to do, then you pretty much can have yourself a nice collection. This right here, this lineup, would be an instant collection. I went on to specialize, and my brother did too, specialize in different types of covers. I've got some Marine Corps ones. I've got World War II canteens from the Great War. With covers, canteen cups, and all that good stuff, and just different variations on the covers themselves. And it can get into a lot of work. We've got black enamel canteens and all that good stuff. But other than that, this is some good stuff. There's more stuff to come. I've got a lot of uniform shirts from World War II, Korea, 1947, a couple of 70s from the California National Guard, and a jungle jacket, and a bunch of other stuff that I'm going to be making videos of. We just had some personal things going on within the entire family that's kept us from concentrating on this stuff as much. Oh, so I didn't even notice this one. Let's go back and take a look at that. AR-28. Now, see, that's a marking I'm going to look up because that could be something real cool to go along with the history of this cover. And I missed it until right now. So these will be up on eBay very soon. I might put some up on Marketplace and on Facebook on some of the World War II groups and some of the reenactor groups and all the different ones that I'm a member of on there. You can look me up on Facebook also. BearFlagMercantile is my store page. I just post updates. I'm starting to work on that where I'm posting items for sale. But again, we had a setback, and I'm going to get back into that. And there's going to be a lot of cool stuff there on eBay. There's already some cool stuff. Take a look at the Zippo lighters and some of the military items I have up on there right now. Lots of Zippos. You want Zippos? I'm the one to ask about because I've got a lot on there. They're my brother's collection, and I think I got like 13, 14 of them on there right now. And there's at least 20 some more, and we sold at least 10 to 15 of them already. Brought some really good money. Just like to keep that up, keep the momentum going. Save up your tax refunds and come check something out. So until I get this next stuff up, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and looking forward to comments. Thanks again.